What's going on, guys? This guy from Exit 56. This video here, not about hardwood. It is about crates, or I need to get a new phone too, man, because my camera is messed up. I know I've been saying that probably for like 2-3 months now. And you can see that little blur. So, especially when I'm like aiming toward the sun, you get a little blur. But anyhow, this video here is about crates or kennels. I get a lot of people asking me about these, and I get a lot of people asking me about these. So, which do you prefer, crates or kennels? Me personally, I prefer the kennels. The 4x4 kennels, they're small, but yet you can put, your dog has enough room to move around, as you can see. Sugar has enough room to move around. You can actually put 2 dogs in one. I do it quite often, and they still have room, and they're not on top of each other. Like one can sleep on one end, the other can move on the other. They can move around, still have enough room. It's small, but it's not too small. Takes up space, but not too much space. As you can see, I got 3 lined up in a row. Honestly, if I didn't have that corner field and I didn't have that corner field, I could probably do 4 across. So yeah. And the crates, the heavy duty cages or heavy duty kennels or whatever you want to call them, drop cages. These are, they're good for puppies, but I prefer, like, when I got puppies, they're 4 or 5 weeks old, I use my puppy playpen. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before. It's big, it's bigger. I'll probably put a picture up of a puppy playpen somewhere up in the corner or something so you'll see one. But the puppy playpen is what I use when I have like newborn puppies, when they're able to walk or whatever. And it helps out a lot because it's bigger, it takes up a lot of space. The puppies are not on each other. And they can pee, poop, whatever. When they get a little older, I tend to put them in here. And then once they get older, I put them in here. But these, to me, are temporary, along with the puppy playpen. The puppy playpen is really, really temporary. It's really until they're old enough to, because you can drop the levels of the puppy playpen, because the higher you got it, and depending on how tall your dog is, it may hop out. But you can drop the level, but then you realize when you drop the level, you have to bend over and pick that dog up. So after a while, you get tired of picking up a dog, putting it in there, taking it out, blah, 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 blah. So they end up moving to these. These are okay. I like them. I had them at first before I bought these or found out about these. These were the main thing to go to, but what a lot of people don't know is these things, these wires, they're bad for your dog feet. Like, you can't have your dog just walking on this all day, every day. Like, it will mess their feet up. Like, they're not good for the pasterns and none of that. So what I end up doing, I went online and bought crates, as you can see. These didn't come on there. As you can see, it's a gap between. So I end up buying crates, and of course you can't, the crates that I bought, I can't put 4 across. I can only put 3. So what I do, I just leave this little spot open, put a little cover right there so they can lay on it, and they walking on this when they go and eat. They're standing on this. They're standing on a crate when they go and eat. You can actually buy a crate, a drop cage, or heavy duty cage that has crates. This right here is a smaller one, and it came with the crates. Like, it didn't come with the wire. It wasn't a wire cage. It was the actual crate cage. So the thing about the crates, when you do add them, or if you buy one, if you're going to buy one of these, buy the ones with the crates already built in. Don't buy the ones with the wire bottom with this right here, because like I said, it's not good for the dog feet. I would rather you buy this. I would rather you buy a drop cage with this already in it, more so than that, because like I say, I got one over there, but it's just a smaller version. I don't even really use that one like that. But the thing about this and this, these are much more easier to clean. As you can tell, the gap in them, spray them down, scrub them, whatever. These right here are a bitch. They're hard to clean. You can clean them, of course, with a brush, you know, spray them. I usually spray them with Clorox. Then I dip my brush in like some hot water. Then I scrub the brush over it, and it the poop pretty much drops down. Usually the poop end up dropping down on this. Then I have to lift this up. Because it's not designed for this. So I had to scrub this off, lift this up. Coco got pee all in here, as you can see. And then it always end up laying on here or laying right there. So then I have to scrub that down. Then I take it out. But I would recommend you just go ahead and buy if you're gonna buy these, buy them with these, all with the crates instead of the wire. You don't want to buy the wire. And I say that the crates are a little bit more difficult to clean. They take a little longer, but they're better for the dog feet than the wire. But if you're asking me, hey, which one do you prefer? I prefer the Kennels. Point blank period. Granted, if a dog piss and poop, I gotta clean it up. I gotta clean it up anyway, but only difference is I'm using puppy pads. The goal is to have a bunch of these. I'd rather have the 4x4 Kennels. That's the goal. I'd rather have 4 of these. Only thing is about these 4x4s, unless you get a 6x4, you can just walk in unless you're 7 feet tall. But if you get a 4x4, it's a bar that you'll go from here to here. But I use what you call some type of saw, and I cut it off. So I can just walk in and walk out. Just gotta be careful because this little thing is sharp right here. You try to saw it down as much as possible so it don't, you know, cut you or whatever, but it will snag your shirt, so you gotta be careful going in and out. But other than that, I prefer the 4x4s over the drop cages because, like I say, I don't think the drop cages are designed or made for dogs to live in or just stay in. I think these are more temporary. To me only. Now I see people that have them. I know people that got them that their dogs live perfectly fine in them, no problem. And that's just how they run their program. There's no knock on nobody. To me, my opinion, I think these are temporary and these are permanent. But I know some people that use these for permanent and they dog don't have a problem. Feet fine, blah, 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 whatever. It's just a preference thing to me. To me, these are temporary. In my household, these are temporary. Anybody else's household, I know people, like I say, they run a damn good program with just drop cages. You know what I mean? And then, of course, with drop cages, it's less space. You can double stack these. You can buy them double stack. You can put one on top of each other. So now I can put a dog right here, a dog up here, in this crate. You know what I mean? I can have them lined up. I can have damn near drop cages lined up from here all the way over there to on that wall, to that wall, to that wall, to that wall. I can damn near have maybe, I want to say at least 20 in here. Probably more than that if you want to be honest. But probably like 20 drop cages in here if I choose to do so. And just have them stacked on top of each other. But like I say, I don't want that because I'd rather my dogs be, you know, be able to walk around a little bit more so than just in here. You know what I mean? And, you know, people that have their dogs in here, they still let their dogs go outside, like, throughout the day. Like, just randomly throughout the day, all day long. They just come in here. When they come in, they drop cage, they laying in their sleep. But, you know, when it's time to go out, they go out. So, you know, you can't go wrong with either. But if you're asking me for my opinion of what do I prefer Kennels over drop cages. Drop cages are awesome. I like them. You know, they're good for what they're good for. Whoever came up with the design and came up with them, you know, kudos to that guy. You know what I mean? You did a hell of a job in innovating because they are cool. As you can see, Juicy love her little drop cage. But like I say, if you're going to get a drop cage, if you want a drop cage over a kennel because you don't have the space for a 4x4 and you just want a drop cage, then please do me a favor. Get the one with the crates. Don't get the wire. Get the one with the crates. Because as you can see, the one with the wire, I had to buy a crate to put over because it's not good for the feet. So just do me that one solid and just get the ones with the crate if you're going to get a drop cage. But for me, I'm also like the kennel. Like I said, it's a little bit more cleaning, especially if a dog piss or poop. I had to come over here and mop it up, clean it up, you know what I mean? Whereas here, I don't know, it might not be as much cleaning now I'm sitting here thinking about it, because with the drop cages, I have to clean the crate. If this kind, because I got the crate and the wire, I have to clean the crate and the wire. But if you just got the crate, you just got to clean the crate. And you got to take out the puppy pads and dump it. And you still have to clean this, like this right here. You got to clean that, because if you don't clean that, it's going to smell. You still got to clean that. You still got to wipe that down, Clorox that down, spray that down, whatever, and get that clean. So, shit, truth be told, the only thing is, I guess it's not sitting in its piss. You know, whereas if they pee in here, they might just, you know, it's peeing there. But if they piss in this, it's going to go down to the bottom. It's the same when it comes to poop. If the dog old enough, regardless if you got the crate or the wire, if they old enough, they're going to drop a load that's too big to go down that wire. A puppy, poop is going to go through the wire 9 times out of 10. A grown dog, no, it's not going to go down. It's most definitely not going to go down here, even with a puppy. So that's what the puppy playpen. The puppy playpen, it's good for puppies. When they poop, it goes straight down to the bottom. They step on it, it smashes down to the bottom. But as far as when the dog gets a little older and you got the crates, then start pooping, it's sitting on top of the crate or the wire, and it's just sitting on the floor. So they might, you know, it's pros and cons to them both, you know. Pros and cons to them both. Me personally, like I said, I like my dog to have a little bit more space, so that's why I want my dog to be in a 4x4. I actually just ordered another one. So Sugar can have her own, because Sugar usually in there with Monday, but since she's in heat, she's in her own. And I have Pipsqueak in the house, because Pipsqueak going crazy over. So when she go out of heat, and then I get my new one, I get the new one, I saw that down, and I actually do a video on how to saw it, you know what I mean, show you all what I do. And put it in there and wang dang doodle, you know what I mean? So yeah, I like these better over the drop cages. So I think that's it. That's all on this video. Don't got Todd in here, but I probably will add Todd at the end of this video. All right. All right, I couldn't finish the video without my girl Todd in here, so I went on and went outside and got her. So, you know the slogan, you want it, I got it, I don't, I get it. Get why the getting is good. I remember time is the greatest inventory. Tater Tot, signing off, 8:56. Peace.